Good morning, this is Vivienne Machi from National Defense Magazine, and I'm here with Kelly Stratton-Feix, the Acquisition Agility Director at Special Operations Command. So real quick, Kelly, can you tell me a bit about how the SOFWERX office and effort has helped to fit into the process of SOCOM acquisition and helped with acquisition reform for Special Operations Command?
Yeah, that's a great question, Vivian. Thank you. SOFWERX was formed under a partnership intermediary agreement, and essentially what SOFWERX is doing for us is giving us a way to interact with industry, to do collaboration, rapid prototyping, and experimentation that we can connect with innovators in a low barrier way. We know sometimes it's hard for industry to connect with us, so SOFWERX is really helping us to connect with industry and innovators in a different way.
And you're already known for being much more agile than maybe some of the other forces, or you're able to acquire things a bit more quickly. So can you talk a bit about how the SOFWERX has really helped to speed that up for you?
Sure. As I said, through the collaboration and rapid prototyping, our SOF operators and the users are really able to connect with industry and get things moving a lot faster. SOFWERX is not constrained by the normal traditional acquisition processes that we have, and they do things like business-to-business agreements. They're not located on base. They're easy to get to. They formed an ecosystem for us that they're highly interactive with. So we're just simply able to engage in a faster way and to have activities happen for us faster, which really accelerates decision making, helps us get better quality decisions. So overall, that's really accelerating the acquisition process, lowering cost, lowering barriers to entry for us.
Great. And as we're here at SOFIC, can you talk a bit about how these kinds of events really help Special Operations Command, again, better interact with industry, find new products, able to prototype faster? What does it do for you at the command?
Yeah, I would say SOFIC is a great event for us that we're here to educate folks on what SOFWERX is. We talk about how folks can get involved in the SOFWERX ecosystem. So having a lot of folks here that care about SOF and the SOF mission gives us a great opportunity to get them on board, educate them about what we're doing, give them information about the opportunities and how they can engage. So having 10,000 of your greatest SOF fans here at SOFIC is really a great opportunity for us.
Great, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vivian.
And I'm here now with Tambrien Bates, who is the director of SOFWERX here in Tampa, Florida. So Tambrien, do you mind telling me, SOFWERX was stood up about 2 years ago. Can you tell me about how that effort has been going and how you guys are feeling over at SOFWERX about your interactions with industry, and are you fulfilling the goals that you kind of set out 2 years ago to do?
Absolutely, and certainly we've learned a lot of lessons along the way. And I think really at about the 2-year mark, we've turned the corner. We've got a lot of our processes are much more solid. Our outreach is more solid. We do have social media following, as well as our ecosystem. So it's allowing us to attract a lot more non-traditionals, which was actually part of the goal that we set for ourselves under this endeavor with SOCOM. But I think really what's given us a real sense of pride is the interaction from both the industry partners as well as the warfighters. So it's not really lopsided. We're getting a tremendous amount of support from both through the endeavor, and that's really where I wanted us to be at 2 years in.
Okay. And then one particular effort that I know you have going on right now, I think that started last year in 2017, is the Thunder Drone rapid prototyping event that's meant to kind of bring in non-traditional industry for counter UAS and any other sorts of initiatives that you might need. Can you tell us a bit about how the Thunder Drone effort's been going so far, and then a bit about what's next for it?
Right. No, and as you're aware, that was the Thunder Drone initiative started out as a kind of an agreement between the Strategic Capabilities Office and USSOCOM. And initially when we started, it was really more geared towards how can we use drone technology in an offensive capacity. So actually the very first event we did was a very large expo. I think we had over almost 400 participants. And from that, I think that one was our very first one in September. And from that, we've actually carried numerous experiments forward that we're actually going to be as part of our culmination event in June. Then we also had an iterative where, as you most appropriately said, we had to switch gears, kind of get into the counter realm. And so we started off by setting the pace as well, getting a good understanding of what current technologies were available. So again, we had a very large expo, very well attended by both industry and the warfighters. Got a bunch of great feedback on that. And actually, as an outcome of that event, we just recently completed our outdoor testing session at Fort Bragg against some of those technologies and capabilities. So the next event is really going to be kind of the culmination event for everything. We're giving away $600,000 in prizes for the top 3 finishers for the counter UAS effort, as well as carrying forward some of those offensive capabilities I mentioned earlier. We're going to be showcasing a few of those, all going to be out at Nellis Air Force Base with our sister organization, SOFWERX Vegas. So it promises to be a good overall event, and I hope you guys will join us out there.
And that's going to be called Game of Drones, right?
It is Game of
So
Drones.
Thunder Drone to Game of Drones.
That's right.
And then, so how many participants will you have at the Game of Drones?
I think we're going to have at least 10 companies that are still going to be competing for the top 3 prizes, and then we'll have numerous offensive experiments that we'll be showcasing as well. And it's also in concert with, our SOFWERX group is doing some events out there, kind of a grand opening on their side as well. So I promise this to be pretty well attended.
Okay. And just last question, can you tell me, maybe describe one of these counter UAS technologies that really kind of grabbed you, that may not have come out of a traditional, acquisition model?
I think really the biggest thing that's been most surprising to us is there's actually 7 steps to the kill chain. And what we really determined is that there's no single group that has everything cradle to grave. And so what we've really found is that there's a lot of really powerful partnerships between a lot of non-traditionals that are proving out to have some pretty provocative capabilities. And I think that's the real story, is that through SOFWERX, it wasn't just about one specific company. It was us empowering and actually pushing and prodding our industry partners to partner together for a more holistic capability. And I think that's an advantage that SOFWERX has, because we act and speak like a business. We can work with our business partners in that capacity.
Wonderful. Well, Tambrien, thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you. My pleasure.